Hello, and welcome to the strategy of the week for the 12th of April, 2013. My name is Glenn Tompkins. I'm the manager of internal training here at VectorVest, and I'll take you through tonight's presentation. This week's strategy is called Bottom Fishing for Big Winners. The market looks like it's ready to move to the upside. The guidance says to get your shopping lists ready. Well, let's go into the program and take a look. We're going to go into the views. We'll go up to the tab that says Views, and we're going to go back to yesterday's data. If we scroll down, you'll notice that the market has been looking abysmal. A lot of red and yellow in the color guard. You'll notice that we got a primary wave up, and the guidance says prudent investors should get their shopping lists ready to buy high VST Vector B-rated stocks if the market continues to move higher tomorrow. Let's take a deeper look at this on a market timing graph. We'll go up to the tab that says Graphs. We're going to move from a stock graph to a market timing graph. This is the default layout for the market timing graph. And what I was looking at is finding the most recent bottom in the market, which happened here on the 5th of April. And you'll notice that after the 5th, I wanted to find the first primary wave that occurred after the 5th. I'm going to move the calls from confirm calls to primary wave. So after this bottom, the primary wave happened on the 11th of April. But that was a short time to test, so for this most recent period, I'm going to do our tests from the actual market bottom. But we've had more recent bottoms than this one. I'm going to move this back to the confirmed calls. And I wanted to identify other bottoms where we were getting you prepared to take advantage of the market's conditions. I went and I found this bottom that happened on the 16th of November of 2012. And I also found a bottom here that happened on the 3rd of August of 2012. Now from these bottoms, I wanted to find the first primary wave that occurred. So I'll move this back from confirm calls again to the primary wave. The first primary wave that occurred after this bottom occurred on the 9th of August of 2012. So what I'm going to do is click there, and I want to go to the views as of that date. So what we'll do is go back to the views, and we're going to take this back to 2012, August 9th. And the guidance on that day says, prudent investors may buy stocks long as the market moves higher. Here's that primary wave, and everything was good to go. Okay, let's take a look at the other bottom in the middle. We'll go back to the graphs once again. This bottom again happened back on the 16th of November of 2012. And the first primary wave after that bottom happened on the 20th of November of 2012. Let's go back to the views again. Let's go to November 20th. And again, prudent investors should get their shopping lists ready to buy high VST Vector B-rated stocks if the market moves higher tomorrow. So you can notice a couple of things here. Coming off market bottoms is a great time to find stocks to get ready to buy. We've given in the guidance to buy high VST Vector B-rated stocks, but let me tell you this. The essence to buying low and selling high is bottom fishing. When the market has hit a bottom, this is the situation where you have the highest propensity of a stock's movement to the upside. And why not find the most beaten down stocks to take advantage of? We've made it very easy for you to find those kinds of stocks because we've created a folder within the Unisearch called Searches Bottom Fishing. And what we're going to do is off of these bottoms, we're going to do some quick tests using the first primary wave after the bottom, and we're going to test all the way up to the confirmed down call. If I move back from the primary wave to the confirmed calls, We're going to test from the first primary wave to the confirmed down call, to the confirmed down call. And in this most recent turn, we're going to test from the bottom to the most current date. The essence of buying low and selling high is bottom fishing and buying the stocks that have the biggest potential to rise up and rise up nicely from these market bottoms. So this is what we'll do. We're going to go to the Unisearch tab. And what I'm talking about is search is bottom fishing here. We'll click on it, and you'll notice that we have several different strategies to help you to take advantage of bottom fishing off of market bottoms. Now, I've tested all of these strategies over those time periods, and I came up with a few for you to take a look at so that you can get your shopping lists ready. The one that I'm going to pay attention to right now is the S&P/ASX 200. If I click on this, this is a market cap weighted index that's float adjusted. What this tells me is that you have a large amount of shares that are available to the average investor. And this is a great place to start to look for your bottom fishing candidates. The stock watch list is equal to the S&P/ASX 200. The average volume is greater than 100,000 shares. The stock price actual is greater than or equal to $1, and this is sorted by RT ascending. So as the market has hit a bottom, you're finding the stocks that have the worst RT. These stocks are really going to be sell recommended stocks. But if I run it as of the most recent data, you'll see that if you look at the values and the relative values, many of these stocks are undervalued stocks. Some will be overvalued, but many of them are undervalued, and many of the relative values will be at least close to 1 or above 1, which tells us that these stocks have good upside potential as compared to a AAA corporate bond. And yes, the majority of these stocks will be sell recommended stocks. These tells me that these stocks are nice undervalued with good relative values, but that have just been beaten up. And as the market turns around, these stocks will have the biggest opportunity to move from sell to hold to buy, and you could be in them early enough to get the big winners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick test over those 3 time periods from the first primary wave up after the bottom to the confirmed down calls. Let's start with the August time frame first. So what we'll do is we'll change the date. We'll go back to August of 2012. And the first date of the primary wave after the bottom was on August 9th. I'm going to run the search as of that date. And here's the stocks that were found. You have a couple of stocks that were hold recommended, but the majority of them are sell recommended stocks. Now I'm going to do this test to the confirmed down call, which happened on the 1st of November of 2012. So what I'm going to do is do a quick test of the top 10 stocks. It's automatically going to take us up to the most recent date. And even if you bought and held them through all of the market timing calls, you'd still be up almost 12%, where the market was only up 8.87%. But we're going to use a specific date to get in, which is the primary wave, and we're going to get out at the confirmed down call. So I'm going to change the end date to reflect the 1st of November of 2012. There's our confirmed down call. We'll click on OK, and we're going to run the test. Here we have 7.81% gain. We almost did twice what the market did for a 33.93% annualized rate of return. Over that time period, about a 2-month time period or so, we found several candidates that were up double digits. We did have some losses, but remember, this is a quick test where we're not using any money management, and we did very well as compared to the market. That was the first test. I'm going to close out of that. The second test was done on the 20th of November of 2012. So we'll move that to the 20th of November of 2012. This was the first primary wave up after the market had bottomed. We'll click on OK. and we'll run the search. Here's the stocks that were found, and here we have all sell recommended stocks. And again, the relative values, many of them are above or close to 1. We're going to do this test all the way up until the 20th of March of 2013. So we're going to do a quick test of the top 10, change the end date to the confirmed down call of the 20th of March of 2013, and we'll run the test again. Nice. We had 90% winners here. Only one stock went against us. We're up 10.8%. Again, almost twice what the market did for 32.84% annualized. Many stocks went up double digits. We had one stock that went up almost 50%. But again, 90% winners with only one stock going against us. That's not bad at all. And now for the last test, what we're going to do is test from the most recent bottom, which happened on the 5th of April. I'm going to run the search. And the reason why I'm testing this one from the bottom is because we just got that first primary wave call from the bottom, and there wasn't much of a test period. So I actually decided for the most recent test to run it from the market bottom to the most current date. Here are the stocks that were found. We're going to do a quick test of the top 10. Whew, look at this. Again, 90% winners, 7.9%. We definitely blew the doors off the market, and many of these are double-digit gains, annualized up to over 360%. Folks, again, bottom fishing is really the essence of buying low and selling high. Once the market has hit a bottom, this is a great place to find the shares to fill your shopping list with to take advantage of the market's conditions. This is a very straightforward strategy, and you're right. We're not using any money management here. This is the straightforward approach. By just bottom fishing, taking advantage of the market's conditions, can you do better? Sure you could. If you wanted to use the back tester to see if you wanted to change and put some money management, you could do so. But again, the whole essence here is using the bottom fishing strategies to find you those candidates to fill your shopping lists with. This is a great means to take advantage of the impending explosion of the market if it continues to go on. Folks, it really doesn't get too much easier than that. With that, folks, I did put together a table of the other strategies that I found that worked well as well. Here's two other strategies, silver singles, and here's the dates that I did the tests for. Silver singles was up 11% from the August 9th to the 11/1 time frame. From 11/20 to 3/20 of 2013, 11.61%. And the most current one was 3.16%. The annualized rate of return is based off of the most current data. So we have 192% annualized rate of return. Pirates long, 6.79%, 7.23%, and 3.44% with a 208% annualized rate of return. And the test that I just showed you, which is the S&P/ASX 200, 7.81%, 10.8%, 8.25% for an annualized rate of return of over 500%. Folks, you can't go wrong bottom fishing at the right times. And the right times are making sure that the market has hit a bottom, and you look for that first primary wave up, which is the first initiation into the market after the market is bottom. So I hope that you've enjoyed the presentation and you now have some stocks to fill your shopping lists with when the time is right. I'd like to say thank you for joining us for the strategy of the week, and we look forward to having you back every week to stay on top of what's working in the market so that you are more profitable within the market. Have a wonderful weekend.